What's up, people? I am back for another video. Today, we are doing another Screen Rant is Gay. I have found another Buffy related one. The next one, if we do another Screen Rant is Gay for sure. I'm going to try to do a different topic, but I kind of figured this reboot and this whole stupid idea, and I'm not going to go too into my thoughts on it. Y'all know I did a whole video on it. So, this is going to be more of about whether Buffy has aged well. Because, according to Screen Rant, the cultural legacy is infamously contentious. No, it's only contentious to fucking retards like you. Because everyone loves this show. This is considered, even if you don't, it's not your favorite series, it's one of those series that you could probably, maybe it's not your favorite series, but you can find every other person, they'll be like, yeah, I love Buffy. It's a, strong, it has everything these weirdos like, right? You have a strong female character, there's a gay relationship that's done well, that's not shoved down your throat, it's natural, you have likable characters, but I can already tell one, because I've heard that there's sectors of the fandom that have complained, why aren't there a lot of black characters? It's this weird thing with certain people. I don't even think it's black people. I think there's a sector of black people that do this, but I honestly think it's just weirdos that think like black people need to be in every goddamn thing when it makes no sense. Sunnydale, it's a small town. And it's not like there aren't black characters. You had Kendra, and obviously if you tie an Angel, you have fucking Gunn, who's one of the main core characters since season 2. Really, end of season 1, if we're being honest here. Like, come on. Gunn was there for a while. Like, he came in the end, like, the end of season 1. So, really, he was there from the start. But, really, he became a core character by season 2. So, yeah, okay, that's not Buffy. But still, it's part of the Buffy verse, as it's been called by some people. I'm kind of tired of everything being called a verse, if you're asking me personally. But, it's makes no sense to complain about that, and it's just, there's black shows, guys. There are black people who watch Buffy that can just watch Buffy and are like, why isn't there a black character here? No, these are core characters. I accept, most people accept that. Like, there are black people who watch Friends. There are black people who watch a bunch of shows that have a bunch of white people, or they watch martial arts movies that, let's be honest, don't really have any black people in those. Some do, but most don't. We can accept that. It's this weird thing. Because, like, I've not even really read this article. Let's see what they say. And I can already tell, Buffy's reboot has a chance to address the original show's issues. So, basically, i.e., we're going to just jam in a bunch of random black characters that aren't even going to probably be well written. And unfortunately, they already kind of did with Rona, and she wasn't a good character. Misogyny, racism, and homophobia. Like, what? But alright, like, before we go, I'm like, Rose, I didn't even know Screenrant had comments. I've never, like, read that far. Okay. Before we get into this article, probably not going to do a video tomorrow. We'll see. I'll see if I can maybe if I come up with something, but if not, I'll be back Monday. I'll figure out what to review on Monday. You know what? Maybe I'll, like, list my favorite, horror. I think I'm trying to see if I did this video, if I did horror sequels. If I didn't do it, we'll do that video Monday. Because I've been kind of wanting to. I love the reviews, but I don't mind discussion videos. I kind of enjoy doing those. So maybe we'll do that Monday. And then Tuesday, I'll for sure review something. But yeah. So if I don't do a video tomorrow, maybe I'll do that video tomorrow. I'll see how I'm feeling. But if not, we'll for sure do it Monday. But before that, I guess we can get into this fucking article. Because I can already just kind of expect the typical, there's not enough black characters. It's the, they want it to just be a Joss Whedon a fucking apology. Because I was already that was one of my worries kind of going into this announcement, really. When they announced this show, like, oh, it's just going to be a fucking apology tour about Joss Whedon. And that's not what I want for fucking Buffy. I don't want that show, because at that point, I'm like, just don't bring it back. Let the Buffy... I think I said this around when they announced it, and I know wrestling is a different thing, but if you think about it, Buffy ended before John Cena was even, like, a main eventer. He was still Thugonomics Cena by the time the show ended. He wasn't main event John Cena like we know him now. Like, that's how fucking old this show ended. John Cena wasn't a main eventer yet. He was still Thugonomics Cena. So, my point is, there's no point in bringing it back. Let it rest. Buffy ended. This obsession, and maybe that could be a video at some point, but just this obsession with sequels. Obsession with continuations. Everything needs a follow-up. We gotta continue everything. If it makes sense, do it. Like, horror, I'm almost like, I can almost give a pass to, because horror has, like, this urban legend aspect about it where the character can live on. Because, like, Friday the 13th, you're not beholden to new characters. So, ideally, you could do Friday the 13th forever. Just have a new set of campers that Jason needs to kill. Really, keep it simple. Even Halloween, to an extent, in a fucked up way, the whole multiple timelines thing that they've done in this franchise, in a way, works, because they can kind of just pick up, like I've always said, if you want to get me back, all they really need to do, just get Danielle Harris back, start a new timeline, have it be pick up from Halloween 4, you can cut out 5 and 6, kind of, you just do what you did with 2018, but you have it be a sequel to Halloween 4, and you just have Danielle Harris be the main character, maybe have her have a daughter, have other characters that can be the targets for Michael. Like, these kind of franchises, I'm okay with continuing. But Buffy ended. I even think I'm even more sequels with shows. Certain shows ended at the right time. Like, Better Call Saul was like a prequel, granted towards the end. It did talk about the stuff post Breaking Bad season 5, but it largely was still a prequel. And Vince Gilligan still had a story to tell in his mind. So, okay, I can give that a pass. But Buffy, to me, ended. It ended 22 years ago, guys. 2003 was 22 years ago. Why do we need a Buffy continuation? Okay, I don't want to turn this into a rant about the continuation. So let's get into the article. But, yeah. Other than that, Pin Down Podcast, we're going to be in the Discord tomorrow. Unfortunately, suffering AEW Revolution. That is their next pay-per-view. And then we will be back. We should be back sometime this week for sure, doing something. I think we'll do something for Roadblock. And then I'm definitely thinking next Saturday we should be back. It was just, there was a UFC event today and we wanted to watch it. So, but we should for sure next Saturday. I think I can definitely say next Saturday we'll for sure be back. So, but anyways, guys, let's get into this dog shit article. Anyway, so the new show will bring a debate, and there's no debate. Let me preface this. It's only a couple of retards who have these takes. Most people who love Buffy just enjoy the series. I have no issue with there's not enough representation, because that's one I have heard too. I'm not gonna be honest, not even just this article. I've heard it said, like in general, a couple times that there's not enough black characters to treat like. It's this weird thing now, and this is a modern thing. I don't even necessarily know, was this around when Buffy was out back in, 1997 to 2003? Were people thinking about this? A part of me thinks no, because there was so much good entertainment. Like, black people, they wanted to see black people stuff. There was a lot of black entertainment stuff out. I'm not even talking about BET, I'm just saying in general. Like, that was out at the time. So this idea that we needed representation was stupid. And if black people watched Buffy, they just enjoyed the show. I enjoyed the show. I watched it somewhat at the time, but I more, obviously, because I've rewatched it multiple times now. Maybe I'm just one of those people. I don't need the whole representation thing. Like, I'm not like, there's not a black person. Like, I watched Shogun. There's no black people in that show. The first Halloween, there's no black people in that movie. Not one. I still enjoy it. In the first Scream, there is a black news lady, but and then there's like black people in the background, but there's no real black main character. Who cares? Okay, let's see. The show's problematic legacy. What the fuck? Screenrant. What are you talking about? The problematic legacy. Is it because, like, I'm going to say it, like Cordelia, right? She says retard a couple, not even just in Buffy. She said it in Angel even. There's times she said retard. They throw that word around. Obviously, there was the episode with Xander where he finds out one of, like, the school bully was gay. And his reaction to it, I've seen some weirdos, it was for the time, the homophobia, the Buffy reboot will reignite God, stop calling it a debate. I think that's what's frustrating to me. It is not a debate. Most normal people just watch Buffy as a show and take it for what it is, or obviously I have my fucking criticism with certain seasons, but that's just because of the writing, right? We all have that with certain shows. But we look at it like a normal show. We're not talking about this weird shit where, there's not enough gay characters or certain lines or like bullshit, like, or let's see. Or what characters were mistreated? Like, my God, this article is like a bunch of nothing. Because they're not even putting examples. I guess I'll have to make up shit because I'm making up a video now. So I'll have to come up with shit because this article, the show's missed comments, but they're not even saying it. I'm wondering if it's just, is it because it's Joss Whedon? I'm starting to think that's what it is. They just don't like Joss Whedon. And this is a lazy way to say it. That's one of my worries, is that it's just going to become a Joss Whedon apology tour, and that they're going to apologize for that Joss Whedon wrote their show. Whatever you think of him as a person, he's what made it work. And now you're going to try to do this without him, but not even just without him. You don't have Steven, you have Steven at Night. He's worked with Joss. He did Angel. That's, that is a Buffyverse show. You could get fucking Drew Goddard, who also did fucking Daredevil. But apparently, the real reason, I think Drew Goddard's apparently doing stuff with DC. So, it's just like there's so many people that work with Joss Whedon you could have gotten. Chloe Zhao. And the fact that you wasted my fucking time. You didn't even really put any reasons here. You just said homophobia. There's a debate. So I guess the debate is like there's not enough black characters, or they didn't like that they quote unquote fridged Tara. Here's the thing. I can understand having issues with Tara's death because it was just kind of sudden. They could have did that a bit better, but not criticize it because, oh, she was fridged. Fridging is a stupid fucking term made up by fucking woke retards. The term is just characters who died to propel the story on. That's a story fucking telling mechanism for fucking centuries. I mean, Punisher, fucking Superman, his entire planet blew up. Batman, keep in mind, it wasn't just fucking Martha Wayne who died. You had fucking his father, too. I mean, Uncle Ben, that was a man. But it's only used when it's women. It's this stupid fucking idea that, like, I guess they feel like, oh, the character has no agency. Tara had fucking 5 seasons of story. You guys gotta keep in mind. I can maybe agree that this was a waste if you had killed her in, like, let's say season 5. Like, a year after she was introduced. Or even within season 4. But this was, she had 2 fucking, arguably almost 3, really, because she was there for majority of season 6. It was only like the last couple episodes she wasn't there for. And then obviously the last season. But it's like, her story, characters have a conclusion. Not every character needs to go on for, I don't think Tara would have worked through season 7. I just don't. I think she kind of had a conclusion. I don't know. I'm trying to think what other misogyny. I guess, like, oh, they don't like Xander. That's obviously, I talked about that in another video. The weird Xander hate out there. And I guess going back to the quote-unquote racism stuff, the idea there's just not enough black characters in Buffy just makes no fucking sense. Hold on, let me see if I can find another one. Because I think I saw another one. So fucking A. I think I saw another article I was gonna do. So anyway, so I can salvage this video. We're gonna do that one. Really quick. 5 things Buffy the Vampire Revival must change about the original show. So we're just gonna start over. But I guess continuing on my point really quick. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna just go into it because I think one of them is gonna. I can already tell one of the reasons. Lean even deeper into the horror on occasion. This is actually one I kind of agree. I think now, especially if you're gonna bring it back, and you had Supernatural, we do need more adult. And let's be real, the audience for the original Buffy is gonna be an adult. They're adults now, well into adulthood, because the show came out in '97. And let's say even if you came in like season 5, that was 2000. Season 5 started in 2000 to 2001. That was still a while away. And then season 7 started at 2002. Like, it was well into the early 2000s. So that's still a while away if you really put it in perspective. So I actually don't necessarily disagree with one. I'll give Screenrant a point here. Alright, let's see the next reason. A more nomadic, I don't even know what that means. Okay. This is, okay, I'll give Screenrant, it's like, they've had 2 where I actually don't disagree. The idea of a Slayer going to different locations, I guess, like, she's going in different places. I actually don't hate it, especially with the budget, you could do that now. You don't necessarily have to just keep it in Sunnydale, but then there's a part of me that's like, now you're just copying from other shows, though. Buffy, I mean, I don't, if you wanted to do a thing where you focus on different Slayers and different, I actually think that works better if you just did a if you want to do a Buffyverse show, but it has nothing to do with Buffy, where you do a spin-off of you get interesting enough actresses you get Slayers from different parts of the world, and you just kind of make it almost like an anthology thing, where each episode is a different Slayer in a country or a part of the world. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Oh my god, Buffy's Slayer, Vampire Slayer can be finally free of toxic What are you talking about? And I'm starting to think toxic. You're just it's their hatred of Joss. And I don't even know how you can use following. I guess the nice guy trope. I guess that's toxic masculinity now. Is the nice guy trope? What are they talking about? And I guess they're not just talking about Riley. They didn't mention him, but I can definitely think they're also talking about Xander. But Riley Finn was one fucking season, you stupid fucks. Really one. Yeah, technically two, but like part of 2 seasons because he left in early season 5. So I really only count him in 1 because he really didn't have a character in season 5. He was just the way they wrote him that way because they were getting ready for him to exit the show. So I don't even understand this. Oh my god, the nice guy. What are they fucking talking about? Outside of Riley, and I don't even necessarily think he's a trope. He was Buffy's normal boyfriend for a bit. I don't get the hate for Riley either. And I don't know if it's because people just... He was the guy after Angel. And obviously before Spike, if you want to throw him in there. I don't get it, man. It's like these people hate the show. That's what I'm starting to think. Like, when I see people make these arguments, not just for this show, but even other legacy franchises, like, oh, these franchises did these things that were quote-unquote problematic. And when I see people point this shit out, there's a part of me like, do you guys hate, do you actually like this shit? Or do you people like, or are people just who actually originally liked it, but you got indoctrinated borderline, and now you have to, like, look at everything in that lens? It could be a mixture of both. Because I don't get it. Like there's stuff to criticize within certain franchises you love. Obviously, I have my problems with certain Buffy storylines, but I don't understand this, like, stuff like this. The nice guy. What the fuck are you talking about? Like they mentioned Riley, but who else? Oh, okay, they do mention Xander. Now I'm seeing his name. Oh, it's Acacia, like, problematic. Shut the fuck up. Get over this Xander hate. He's made mistakes. Okay. Oh, he sexualized his friends. You mean his friends that, outside of Buffy, he has hooked up with Willow, by the way. It's not like he just sexualized her. But no, they hooked up. But obviously, after a while, they stopped having a thing for each other. One's really... he got over Buffy. This idea that there are weirdos who think, like, Xander still liked Buffy well into, like season 3 and all. Like, season 3, he had Cordelia. Obviously, season 4, he had he had Anya. He was well over Buffy by that. Hell, he was pushing her to get with Riley. If anything, he was pushing her to get with another guy, so how the fuck does that mean he... A more evolved... Let's be real. When they mean more evolved male characters, they mean a cuck. Who has no autonomy because, oh, he's a man. Ugh, fucking, I can already... I can already tell with number 2 where we're going to be going. So, I guess I could tie in both articles there. Number 2 is better representation. Of fucking course. Because, God forbid, not every show needs just random represent. Buffy would have it anyway. You had Principal Wood, who's a pretty decent character. He's the son of a Slayer. I do think his story could have been handled a little bit better. And granted, there's a lot of things in season 7 that could have been handled way better. Oh my god, as great as the Scooby Gang are, it's noticeable how little shut the fuck up, guys. Not guys, Screenrant. Specifically. Screenrant, you fucking pussies. And not even just them. Anyone who has this thought process, honestly. Like, this idea that every show needs representation. Did you do this for Supernatural? There were black characters, but let's be real, in terms of the core characters, it was Sam and Dean. And then eventually, obviously, he branched out to Cass. I'll throw Crowley in there, even though, like, he was kind of a core character, even though he wasn't always with Dean and Sam and Cass. But Dean, Sam, Cass, Jack eventually in season 13. But, like, those, like, I've seen, you know, the term Team Free Will. I don't get it. Why does every goddamn show there needs to be this color and this color? It's this weird fucking cataloging. It's fucking weird. Let people make their shows. If it's gonna be a core group of white characters, like in terms of like the main characters, but there's like maybe there's a black side character they hang out with sometimes. But do I need that? No. I've rewatched Buffy multiple times and I didn't think, oh, I needed a black main character. Like, you had Kendra for season 2, but she didn't necessarily. She served a purpose. She didn't need to be there. She was fine for her little arc, and that was it. You know, like Principal Wood in season 7, and if you throw in fucking Angel, he was fucking. And I get it. This is the Buffy revival, so you're gonna, of course, more focus on Buffy. But I almost feel like you can't talk about Buffy without talking about Angel. And Angel had a black core fucking main cast. Who, I'm going to mention too, he didn't die in the end. He lasted pretty much almost the entire show because he came in like tail end of season 1. But became a core like part of Angel Investigation and Team Angel pretty much since season 2 and on. But I guess that doesn't count because it's technically not the Buffy specific show. Shogun. Where's a lot of the diversity there? You have a Portuguese character, but let's be real. I almost look at Hiroki Sanada as the main character, and it's in Japan. So it's gonna be mainly Japanese people. We don't complain about that. None of us complain about that. And yes, the show's set in California, but it's in Sunnydale, which is a fictional small town, which sometimes small towns don't always have black people in it. Not like, and there are black people in the goddamn show. Maybe they're not main characters, but oh, it's so fucking stupid. They can better reflect the world at large. Oh, shut the fuck up. Not everything needs to be at the world at large. Like, Nosferatu. One of the things I hate that I mentioned it in my review, but I hadn't had to, was that it reflected the time it was set in, which was it's going to be a mostly white cast. But if it's a mostly white cast, who gives a shit? If it's a mostly black cast, who gives a shit? Are you going to complain about Fresh Prince of Bel-Air being a mostly black cast? It really was. There were white characters and other color characters every now and then, but in terms of the main core cast and who you mostly see, it's black characters. Are you going to complain that where's all the white people? Where's all the white people in Martin? Where's all the white people in fucking Tyler Perry movies? Tyler Perry movies have white people in them, but a lot of the core characters is going to always be black, and no one's going to complain about it. I'm not complaining about it, because I understand this is what the creator intended. That, okay, this show is going to mostly be white or mostly black characters. And it's not even like Joss Whedon set it out to do that. It was just, that was the best for the job. And at the end of the day, that's fine. There's multiple shows that's like, I'm going to be honest, as a black person, a lot of the stuff I watch is going to mostly have a white cast or have majority white people, especially if it's set in America. That's the bigger demographic. Sorry, guys. That's just how it is. like, okay, a show I started rewatching it, Cobra Kai, has a nice mix of, mainly obviously the core cast is kind of mixed, but you do have black characters in there, but that's fine. It's natural. But not every show needs to be that. This idea that different characters as different sexualities and what do you mean different genders? You stupid. Oh my god. What do you mean? You genders. There's men and women. Yes. Oh my god. I know what they mean. They mean trans. Oh my god. You. Oh, just say trans. Don't say genders. You stupid fucks. It's only men and women, and they have Buffy's literally about a girl. You stupid fuck. And there's male characters. Oh god, man. It's this artificial, like, diversity these weirdos want. And I'm gonna even just say this. That's probably not even. Let's say they do have a bunch of diversity. That's not what's gonna kill the show. I've said this. It's gonna be a massive apology tour for Joss Whedon. That's really what I think fundamentally is gonna kill it. It's gonna be anti, in a way, what made the show. And it's gonna be forced diversity because it's gonna be an apology to, or Joss Whedon didn't have enough black characters in his original series, so we're just gonna improve it by, we're gonna add a bunch of diversity. And you know what's gonna suck? It's gonna suck as a show, but what's gonna, I guess, for me, it's gonna be good. I think it will probably get decent viewership, but I don't think it will do well in the sense of it's probably gonna be massively disliked and not get another season. I'm just gonna be honest. And another fear I haven't even mentioned is, I don't even think I mentioned this in the video, is I really fear it's just going to be a massive vanity project for Sarah Michelle Gellar, because there's some things she didn't like about how the original show went. So is she going to just try to make it a massive vanity project mixed with, oh, we gotta apologize for Joss Whedon. So, and Joss Whedon didn't have enough diversity. Like, do you guys actually like the show? This isn't a debate. It's only a debate with fucking dumb fucks and retards. No one's actually debating this. No one who actually watches the show enjoys it is like, oh, why isn't there enough black people? Why isn't there enough Asians? And that's what it really boils down to, too. You notice when they mean more diverse, they just mean more black people. I'm just gonna say it. I'll just come out and say it here. Because you're not complaining, why aren't there more Asian characters? Or Mexican or Hispanic in general? Or this demographic? It's because I just think it's all dumb. Buffy doesn't even need to come back, y'all know. That's what I fundamentally feel, but the fact that this is what y'all fucking stupid fucks at Screenrant are thinking about, of a Buffy revival, instead of, oh, is it going to be good? Or are they going to damage character? No, none of that. None of that stuff that could actually affect the series as a whole. No. Oh, we got to talk about, like, oh, there's not enough diversity in the original show, so we can improve that. And genders. Fuck. Okay, let's get to number one. Vampire Slayer can finally go with the original plan for Willow. Basically, their number one is they want Willow to fully be gay, which I don't even understand why you brought this up. Because she ended up being gay anyway. She called herself gay multiple times. She's called herself lesbian in the original series once she got with Tara and Kennedy. She never got back with another man pretty much after. And she wasn't interested in a guy. And I'm not counting the one episode where she's enthralled by the one kid in the jacket because she even says he wants to turn him into a girl. So it's not even like they make it straight up that she's into girls. So I don't even understand why I you just want, I guess, to be ceremonious. She's officially gay. But isn't it LGBT? So if she's part of the B, what's the problem? My God, dude, why are we arguing this? Like, and let's be real, their number two is their real number one. Their main complaint really is there's not enough diversity. It is so fucking dumb. This show shouldn't even exist. Buffy ended in 2003. Angel ended in 2004. I'm gonna watch this, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of going in with it not being canon. I'm just gonna be honest here. I normally try to give shit a chance. There's a part of me that might give it a chance, but honestly, dude, I just don't really see how this could be good. This isn't even like a situation like Daredevil Born Again, where it's gonna be marketed well. I have a feeling it's not gonna be marketed well at all. It's gonna be a lot of nostalgia. Oh, here's Buffy staking things, which that's not gonna be the only thing that needs to bring me back. Like, the fact that Screenrant, they're not even like the first two reasons actually were not bad. I can kind of agree that it needs to go a bit more of a mature direction. Even honestly, have it be the tone of Supernatural. That's like the right kind of tone where it's like for adults, but it's not too adult to where, like, I'm not even saying it needs to go full on Supernatural tone, like, because they have like sex and stuff. I don't necessarily need like her fucking a bunch of dudes every episode, right? But I need like, and I even like the idea of her traveling and going to different parts of even just parts of the state, of the country, hunting evil. I actually think I like that aspect. So they have like two decent ideas, and then just, I don't know if it was just different people writing it, and maybe you had two normal people writing this article, that part of it, and then you had the retards take over. Like, oh, more representation. No more Mr. Nice. Like, what the fuck? Riley Finn was one goddamn season, really. And then he left, like, early season 5. So I don't even understand that point. And then obviously the better representation, of course. You had black characters throughout the show. And then obviously I mentioned throughout, if you had the Buffyverse, Angel. You had goddamn Gunn. Lasted pretty much almost the entirety of the series. Sans like being in the initial start of it, but he kind of joins on late season 1, and then by season 2 he's a full-on Team Angel, and then really throughout the rest of the series he was Team Angel. So I don't even understand why you're harping on this representation shit. This idea that, God forbid, not every show is focused on diversity. Your core characters, okay, if they happen to just be white characters, that's fine. Your core characters happen to be black. I've mentioned, like, Family Matters. That's another example. Majority of the characters are black. Yeah, there are white characters throughout, like, somewhat, but largely, your core characters are black, and no one complained about it. And then going back to white characters, I watched Married with Children. You have like, Al has some black friends, but if we're talking about just the core family, it's mainly white characters, and we even include the Jeffersons. Like Jefferson, and Marcy, like, you even include the neighbors. It's mostly white characters, and I'm not complaining about it. No one complains about it. If the show just happens to be this core demographic, or it could be a situation where the core demographic is mixed. That happens too. No one has a problem with that. But this idea that Buffy needs to focus on fixing that in random genders, which you just mean trans people. Let's be fucking real. You fucking Screenrant. That's what you're talking about. Because if we're being real, there's multiple goddamn genders, different sexual. You've had gay characters, and what more do you need? And there are different genders, man and women. You've had male characters, you've had female characters. The show's centered around female characters, arguably, really. Oh, fuck, man. This one is not as bad. It doesn't have me screaming, but this was pretty dumb. So I'll find out. I'll probably try to find a different. Well, for sure, for the next Screen Rant is Gay, I'll try to do a different topic because I think the last two I've been doing on this show. But it's just because I really love Buffy as a series, and just for them to. I already have my fears of what they're gonna do with this new show. Then you have fucking Screen Rant saying dumb shit like this. It needs more diverse characters. Fuck off, man. It was a great show. It didn't need diversity. It had diversity. So I don't even know what the fuck are you talking about. Anyway, I'm ready to wrap this video. Tomorrow, if I'm in the mood, I'll do the if I'm gonna see if I did the sequel things. I may have done horror sequels. If I have, then I'll maybe do like best horror like third movies. Like I'll probably have a different title for it, but like best horror like third movies in a horror. And maybe we'll do that if I've already done the sequels. So if I haven't, we'll do the sequels. If I've not done that tomorrow, if I don't do that tomorrow, I'll do that Monday for sure. So, anyways, fuck Screen Rant. Buffy's already a great show. This doesn't need to exist. And the fact that you had maybe two decent reasons, like, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of agree about like the more mature tone and going kind of the idea of Buffy going around the country or even potentially going around the world if you have the more of the budget to do that. I can kind of be okay with that. But and then you just delve into bullshit like Norman Mr. Nice Guy. Riley, they really hate Riley and Xander. And I'm just going to spoil it. I don't think Xander's going to be in the show. Nicholas Brennan has a lot of, I think Sarah Michelle Gellar doesn't like him. Definitely David Boreanaz doesn't like him. He has a lot of heat, like real life issues going on in life to where that just prevent him from being in the show. And I just don't think they're going to bring him back. So I can already spoil that part. So get over your hate for Xander. He's not going to probably be in it. I'm just going to say it. It's going to probably be not as bad, obviously, but Danny Masterson situation where he didn't come back for that 90s show for obvious reasons. So I think it's going to be the same situation here. I don't see him coming back. So you don't have to worry. And I doubt Riley comes back. Riley, his story's done. So get over it. And then the representation thing, fuck off. It was a good series. It didn't need to focus on with diversity. And I don't want it to just be an apology to over Joss Whedon because y'all do not like him and he got canceled IRL. Yet, I like him or not, he is what made the show work. And I don't think this is going to work. So that's my final piece on that for now. Unless some updates come up and maybe I'll talk about that in a video. But for now, I'm going to wrap it here. Yeah. Alright, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Subscribe to Pin Down Podcast. Peace.